The value in networking.
I like in-person dealing more now with the shows.
There was a lot of foul activity going on, and no one's talking about it.
I feel like I see less patience in the hobby today. And I want to get your thoughts on it. When you hear of the large dollar amounts now around PMGs, what do you think?
What it takes for someone to spend that much money on any card.
Fanatics did something tonight I had never heard about. They have a lottery.
We got you on the line.
Oh my goodness, we're both on the line.
Yes,
I don't think that the fact that they did Be Friends and Jackass is going to have any impact on how they treat sports cards.
So I asked you, FD, since we're rolling with FD.
Let's roll, man. What's up? You gotta let the people know who you're rolling with, man.
Well, obviously I'm rolling with FD.
Hello, everyone. What's going on? It's Impromptu Wednesday. It's good to be here. Hope everybody's doing well. How's everybody doing? Doing fine? Having a good week thus far? Any fun week stories? It's got to be something, right? What's good, TJI Sean? What's going on? TGI, excuse me. Any good stories for the week so far? It's Wednesday. Hump day. There's got to be some exciting stuff happening. Dynasty mode should be here shortly. It's Wednesday. It's the middle of the week. TGI Sean is in the house. What's going on? We're going to talk about the Burbank show today and much, 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 much more. Yeah, so, this week, man, we've had Bill Russell passed away. We've had Vin Scully pass away. There's been a lot going on in sports. But I just saw EJ jump on. And I'm going to bring him in so we can start learning a little bit more about Burbank. EJ, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing?
What's going on with you?
And why is my camera so?
Yeah, your camera is zoomed in, bro.
What is going on? Well, I guess that's how you're gonna have to see me.
That's how it is, bro. It's like
Oh man, I don't know what's going on with the camera, but
that's all good.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's going on with you?
Hey, you're gonna have to just see me and my and Lord Zed.
TGI says he's very excited for Burbank.
Oh man, what's up, Sean? How you doing, brother? Man, I'm really, really excited to be back on rolling with FD.
It's good to have you here, man.
Really, really excited to just honestly just hype it up, and be able to share the updates. I got a couple exclusive updates from my brother FD.
Okay.
I'm excited. It's stuff that I personally haven't even got the clearance from Rob or Jay, so I'll probably get in trouble twice. But man, I'm excited. Definitely excited for all of you guys that are tuned in, especially those of you, the many of you that are coming from out of state. We sold out of our first set of room blocks, and the Marriott were kind enough to reset and send us a couple others. Not sure if by the time this goes on live that we're going to have any more, but if you see this and you happen to see that there are some more and you need those room rates, those room blocks, make sure you book ASAP.
Okay. Yeah. I'm there for the entire weekend.
Oh, man.
Yeah, entire weekend, man. I'll be there each day, all day for quite a bit, all day. I mean, I'm there.
Right. I can't wait to have you, brother. We got you on the actual media pass, so we'll make sure we got that going.
What do I need to do for Thursday, though? Thursday? Is there a VIP pass you were talking about?
So yeah, we'll have the VIP pass. I don't know if
there you go.
There it is.
Now you zoomed out.
I was really just trying to fix that. I was like, dude, I'm literally about
because Dean Mark said, Sir EJ, your cam kind of foggy. You smoking weed or something, sir?
Hey, D-Mar, whatever I do off record, just let me know. Shoot me a DM if you're over there.
Now says he's gonna be there for 3 days as well.
Man, so as far as Thursday, Thursday is going to be our preview night. So for those that have never been to a Dallas card show or a national card show, or even at a state show that's more than one day, that preview night is strictly geared for the dealers to deal with other dealers or for VIP. So for those of you guys that are in the fence between or on the fence between the regular 3-day general admission badge compared to the VIP badge, man, there's not much of a difference. That's $60 grants you another day, plus you have the extra 2 hours, 1.5, 2 hours of early access, which give you the early access to get the best deals possible, early access to get that Grail card for your PC. It's definitely one of those advantages. Every show that I go to, every Dallas card show, every national, I always get a VIP pass. It's just one of those things to where that extra $100 really goes a long way when it comes to doing deals.
It does, because you're first in, people are set up, you're able to look at the tables before anybody else, and hopefully get a card that you want before someone else is taking over.
Right, exactly. And being that for those of you guys, especially that are doing this full time or doing this on the side, especially those of you guys that are looking at the value boxes and things like that, man, it's one of those first come, first serve type of things. So being able to have that first access, and I'm going to drop a couple bombs on the FD channel right now.
All right.
Beckett will be there to RCR at the show. And as far as I know, schedules wise, VIP will be there, right? So first come, first serve, and the dealers are there. Those lines do get long for RCR. RCR meaning raw card reviews. So for those of you that are trying to get that early access with Beckett, I'm really trying my best to not spill anything I shouldn't say because it's been a long day of meetings and just long day trying to crush it for y'all. Man, that RCR line on Thursday was so breezy. Even at the National, it was so quick. And then literally that Thursday, once it was open for general admission, you're talking about an hour, 2 hour wait.
Yeah, I saw some lines. I saw some video and some pictures of some lines.
Yeah, and it's not pretty, especially for those of you guys that are like me and I'm too lazy to stay in my toes, man.
That's good stuff. So can you talk more about in terms of the show, who else is going to be there? Is there some information that you can give as far as people who are thinking what companies are going to be there? What kind of booths are they going to have set up?
So let's start with the juggernaut, which is Beckett at the moment that I could personally talk about. Now, full disclosure, I hear it. I get the messages. I get the DMs. It's probably no secret on what company we still need to figure out. But it's no secret. It's no secret. I'm working hard. Let's just say the conversations are there, and it's there for both parties. So I'm just going to leave it at that.
All right.
That's good. With Beckett, we're very, very blessed to have them involved. Thank you so much to my guys that over at Beckett and to just the overall professionality and relationship that we've had with them over the months of building this show. It was just a long journey from starting and having this idea. I think the last time we talked about the show, it was kind of minute compared to what we're talking about now. But having Beckett there to not only do the RCR, but being the presence there, also taking the submissions, it's just one of those things to where Beckett has not been back to the West Coast since the Mint Collective. So they usually only stay within their parameters and also the bigger shows. So to have that in our backyard is huge. Plus, especially for you, FD, because you usually go back to Orange County and San Diego with the Union Boy shows. But man, now we finally got something in your home turf, man.
Well, we're excited about that too. Yeah.
Right. So I thought about you in these board meetings at the National. I was like, man, I gotta lock this in for my brother FD.
I appreciate it, man.
But dude, for those of you guys that are needing to get some cards crossed or to get some cards graded, there's probably no better choice than to get it graded by Beckett at the moment. I know we're talking about some other companies here, but at the moment, Beckett is committed to being there. And as far as I know, I believe the RCR, we haven't had a structured rate yet, but I do know that the RCR, this kind of a bomb right here, RCR will be available at either one trade night or the trade nights. And that's something that we've constructed with Beckett, and I personally have not sure if that's ever been done before. So
I've never seen it.
That's some game-changing. Can I curse here?
Yeah, you can.
There's some game-changing shit here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like this is some like, and it's funny because it's one of those things to where you could technically buy. The hottest guy at the National to me was there's two guys that I keep hearing about was Mac Jones and Trey Lance. Those are like the two guys that I kept hearing. You have Mac Jones, you have Trey Lance.
And probably number 3 was Trevor Lawrence.
And yes, Trevor Lawrence is number 3. And of course, me being the idiot that I am, I just have all basketball cards. So
I do too, man. So
yeah. Me and FD share the same love for Steph Curry, man. So
Yep.
But going back to what I'm saying, you could buy one of those cards, get it raw, get it graded. If it has a high chance of getting that BGS 9.5, it's a perfect opportunity to get it RCR'd and then move it at that trade night or the next day at the show. So I'm definitely, and us as a team at Burbank, we're definitely expecting to really, really break through as far as how transactions are made at the shows.
So let's walk everyone through. So let's say I take a card, I come in and I have it RCR'd. And it comes back a particular grade. It comes like a 9.5. Can I then submit that to Beckett at the show to be graded and sent back to me later?
Yep, that's pretty much it. So now they're not going to encapsulate it this show due to the fact of time constraints, as well as it's just a lot of labor work. And we'll I'm not going to rule that out for our next shows. It's just a little bit too close to the National. Mm-hmm. But I've had instances in my experiences where I've had a LeBron auto and it became a BJS 9 auto 10. And I went ahead, RCR'd right. And I went ahead after a couple days of realizing there wasn't really much of a market of a trade value for it. I decided to encapsulate it. And literally when I got it back in about 2 weeks, I was able to move it at that next premiere show.
Yeah. Yep.
Right. And for those of you guys that are keeping score, what I like to do with the RCR is I literally just subtract the $200, which would be the cost to get it slabbed.
And so tell us more about the trade nights that's going to be going on.
So it's so funny how you mentioned that because we were working on that today. We're still finalizing, some final details and things like that. But basically we'll have the show, just per example, we'll have the show Friday from 10 to 6, or I'm sorry, 12 to 6. I could be wrong on that, but 10 to 6 if you have the VIP pass.
Okay.
So from there, you're at the show, and then literally after 6, you have a good hour to rest up, maybe grab some food, maybe go hang out. We do have 2 restaurants on site at the hotel and at the convention center, so there's really no excuse for you to really leave. Now, granted, it's a block away from the airport, it's a block away from a McDonald's, a Jack in the Crack. There's a full strip mall that is just all different kinds of restaurants and different kinds of food vendors that you're more than willing to, if you guys are beyond those 2 restaurants, you guys could go out there and grab a Big Mac. Also, if you need a new phone, I think there's a T-Mobile out there too. But if you need an extra phone to check comps, there it is. And by the way, we will have Wi-Fi at the show.
I know that. I was going to get to that. I already knew that.
Necessarily accessible to the public, but we will have signal. But for those for the vendors that are going to be out there and the dealers, we will have Wi-Fi, and we do have dedicated Wi-Fi for those that are on the corporate side of things. But as far as I wanted to make sure to clear that up. But as far as with the day-to-day approach, you're talking about a show, and then we'll have our panel, which I'm personally proud of. It's our Talk Shop panel on Friday. Another bomb here. We will have the social, full, in my opinion, there's a lot of panels out there, and there's a lot of talking. There's really not a lot of explaining. And I think being able to include, in my opinion, 4 guys and 4 young guys, not ruling my brother FD out, we'll add him in another panel, but the 4 guys, in my opinion, are the guys that travel well to go to the shows, and guys that I feel are kind of that staple of that new age collector. And we have Mojo Autographs, my brother Jay, who's going to be leading that up. We have Sasha T, we have Josh Roths from Tampa, Florida, and then we have Keen that's going to round up the 4 panel, and it will be a full workshop type of talk shop panel. And of course, we'll have a conversation type of thing, but it will go through what cameras did they use? What editing softwares did they use? How did they go about realizing, you know what, this video is a go and this video is a no? So it allows folks to really understand, and not just on the sense of social media creating and content creation, but in the sense of what goes through their minds when they're making deals. That type of thing would be huge. And of course, Saturday is the Juggernaut Day, and this is another bomb here. We could throw in the little sound effects here. We'll have Saturday, of course. Rob from Burbank will be leading that up. He'll be talking about epicenters and epicenters. Of course, this is a bomb. We got my brother, my mentor, the ultimate pastime himself, Mr. Mark Neiman, who's going to be a part of the panel. And then we will be adding 1 or 2 more guests on that Saturday panel to round up our Burbank Talk Shop panel. So it's going to be an incredible time for those that are very eager to learn more, to level up their game. And after that will be the trade nights, and the trade nights will go on till about 11 or midnight. We're probably aiming to midnight. So it's going to be a great time. I'm excited. If you guys are under the age of 18, make sure you have a parental guardian, because at the Nationals, I saw like 2 12-year-olds get arrested because they were up till 4 a.m. dealing cards. You need to go to sleep.
That's true. I'm excited about the panels that you just talked about. This will be good to see. Trade nights are going to be phenomenal.
Right. No, it's going to be great. And for those of you guys that have ever been to a Burbank trade night, man, just know it's going to be that. It's going to be that same feeling. It's going to be in the hotel, not at the convention center. It's going to be at the hotel. Okay. And we're just truly excited to bring this to Southern California.
All right, man. Is there anything else you want to say about the show?
You know what? Let me bring up something. So tickets, for those of you guys that have bought tickets, we did have an error on the site. Some of you guys got an order on the way type of thing. All tickets will, for those of you guys that have bought on the website, they are going to be at will call at the show. So make sure you guys keep note of that. And for those of you guys that are the procrastinators, myself included, for those of you guys that have yet to buy tickets, you can buy the tickets on site, but it will be more than what you're going to pay on the website. So just understand that. Make sure you guys keep that in mind. We do have the POS systems ready to go. We have our staff, which we're still looking. If you guys are local, and I know who you are, we're looking to update our volunteer lists, and we will also have some paid positions for that weekend. And dude, it's just one of those things where I'm really, really excited. Thank you guys so much for just all the support. Our dealers, we have I believe it's a 40-60 out of state, and we've had over 600 inquiries for dealers. And out of those dealers, about 150 made the cut. So
and how many total tables at the show?
We're at 260 tables. And that's not against you guys. That's just the fact that it is our first show. I will be the first one to take the stone on this. I didn't expect this to be that big, and we outgrew the spot. So again, guys, please bear with us. We're going to make a mistake as a team, and even as myself, I'm going to make some mistakes. But my word is that we are looking to grow this. We are looking to create something for Southern California. And again, for right now, because of the Card Fathers request, we're going to keep it in Burbank for the first time. But we did catch an agreement with the man himself, saying that if we do outgrow this, which I think we did already, we are going to move it to a bigger location, and we'll open up more floodgates for more dealers to come. So we're really, really excited. And of course, with that, as long as you guys have the interest, we'll keep doing it.
It's going to be real cool, man. It's going to be real cool. I think you've answered every question that I've had, EJ.
Oh man, no, I love it. I love it, man. We rolling. I'm telling you, brother, you one of these savants in the hobby. I really do.
Oh, thank you, man, for saying that.
Man, I really do appreciate it. How was your time not being at the National? Honestly, like,
we did some family stuff, and kind of hung out. EJ, I made the decision back in Thanksgiving that I wasn't going to Atlantic City.
That was a good decision.
Yeah. I have never been. I started doing I sat down one day and probably did about 20, 25 minutes of research on airfare, what the hotel was going to cost,
Right.
me getting around. G and I try to have at least 1 or 2 good meals, like,
Sure.
something that's kind of encourages and helps him to know that you work hard. We're gonna go somewhere and enjoy ourselves. I
Oh,
started
man.
adding all that up,
I'm
and
very
then
big on that.
how do I get to Atlantic City?
Right.
And I started looking at where the flights go, Philadelphia, and going to New Jersey and some other places trying to get there. It's like, I don't think that's gonna happen, man.
Yeah, it's tough, man. It's one of those things to where. So, I've heard many folks, including yourself, that said, "Hey, I'm going to opt out of Atlantic City and I'm going to go to the Burbank show." And even then, as the guy who's running it, I was even like, I don't think people understand the power of the National, and I still do believe it is the show in the world, and I do think that at least you should go one time. That way, you could.
I agree with that.
But if you were looking to skip a year, this was definitely it. And they know that. I mean, shout out to everybody at the National, man. I mean, they're great folks, and they know what they're doing. It's just one of those things where I'm looking back for them to get back to Chicago, which is actually your hometown, right?
Yeah, man.
So
I'm excited about this. We've already started talking about
how do
we get to Chicago next year. I grew up going to the National in Chicago.
Oh, there it is. Yeah,
that's where I went ever since I was real young. So. No, we'll see. I'm also interested in would they be open to moving the National around or having different cities host the National that have historically not hosted a National. Or would they be willing to bring it back to California where it started at?
Right. I think they're under, could be wrong here. I'm speaking pretty forward here, but I think they may be under new management, or I could be wrong here. This is just kind of a rumor, or it may be truth here. As somebody who does card shows in Southern California, I actually wouldn't mind it. I think being able to suffice a location that is just a huge location for the hobby is just something that I feel, and it goes back to what I've said before, is that someone asked me, are you guys cool with the union guys? And I'm like, I have 20 videos of Wiley dancing his heart out at the Panini party on Friday alone, man. And I think there was that one guy earlier that asked if I have a good time. I mean, dude, those are my brothers, man. We had dinner on Thursday with Art, and I'd like to say this: those guys are doing an incredible job. They're doing an incredible job, and I'm proud to call them my friends. I'm proud to call them even a competitor in a way, because, and I like to say this too, is that if you guys ever have an ounce of starting something, do it, because last year Wiley and Alex started in a barbershop,
that's what I've heard. I didn't even go to those shows.
Barbershop. And it's funny because the dealer who, in my opinion, had the best coming out party was me. And I had that opportunity to buy, and it became one of my coming out parties to ultimately put me in the position I am today. So I'm very grateful for those guys. And I think the valuable lesson of all this, and looking back at all this, is just the value of just being humble and being able to just work and put your hat down. And I'll be the first one to toot my own horn, but I'll be also the first one to give the flowers away. And I think that's probably the biggest thing that I've very much credited my personal success and my success business-wise as well. And I really hope you guys see that within our show in about 3 weeks, because it's one of those things to where we saw the need, and this isn't a knock to anybody else doing shows in SoCal, because I'm knocking on myself too, because I do shows in SoCal. But just having that ability to, with the Burbank brand, to be able to provide that feeling and being able to attract folks from all over the country is insane. And that's something that I cannot do alone. And being able to be under that umbrella through the Burbank brand. And for those of you guys that have ever dealt with Ryan, I was with Ryan for a good part of the National. He probably couldn't just find any deals. Maybe he was just hanging out with me because that was the last resort. But dude, like, such great folks. And of course, you guys know Rob, man. You guys know that, man. And just realizing that, man, I'm really working with, in my opinion, one, if not the best brands. That's a private brand and a private company in the hobby today. The power that I've seen that man and that company do, and of course being able to partner with Jay, who's always on my ass every day. Pause for my New York homies. He's always on me, man. And like, man, we got into a fight, I believe Monday. I had to tell him, bro, I got to get some in and out. But dude, looking back, man, I couldn't have done it without him, man. He's doing a killer job. He's he's making sure that everything is up to code with the fire marshal. And again, everything that we're doing is literally like this, man. We got to make sure, because we want to provide the best show possible, not just for those that are transactional in the hobby. I wanted to say this too. Another bomb right here. Mama Break, Stephanie, my fam, Stephanie. She's going to be hosting the Kids Trade Day, which is presented by eBay. And shout out to eBay. I haven't talked about eBay. And eBay is going to be providing, and also there as far as being a sponsor for both the Trade Day, which is happening Saturday, August 27th, as well as the Hobby Hunt by Mama Breaks on Sunday. For those of you guys that have ever been to the union shows, you guys know Stephanie is hosting those hobby those hobby hunts, and of course my brother Miguel Doman 824, he's hosting the Mamba Showcase, which in my opinion will be the greatest Kobe collection you'll ever see. And for those of you guys that are thinking on top of your head, yes, we will have tip-top security at that facility when that happens. That will be at the Marriott Hotel on Saturday as well. VIP will get first dibs, and then it'll be the general admission for about 4 hours, and then that's it. And we'll have some pretty crazy media guys involved. I can't necessarily name drop some names. I can't do any bombs, but it's a few networks you may know. Maybe your parents may know. Okay. That's all I can really say. Plus, FD's gonna be there. It don't matter if
FD's moving around. Yeah, meeting and greeting, saying what's up.
Yeah. Oh, my new friend Jeff Garland. I just got off the phone with Jeff.
Yeah,
Garland.
I saw the advertising that he's gonna be there
from the Goldberg area, dude. Funny guy, man. And
pardon your enthusiasm. Yeah, I think.
Sure. Yep. And funny guy, and literally said, "Hey, look, I don't want any special treatments. I just want to be a dealer at the show."
I can't wait to come up to this table.
All right, that was it. And he was like, "You know what? All proceeds of what I sell, whether it's high end, low end wax, will go to the Los Angeles Food Bank." So such a great guy, man. I can't wait for you guys to all meet him. He's going to be an incredible asset to the show, and just an overall funny guy, man. He'll get the vibes up right. I might put him next to Flipstar. We'll see. Two of the funniest.
That would be interesting.
I might have to put them all together.
That'd be interesting. I'm excited about this show. I've been excited about it since I heard about it. I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to do great things for this area. When I first moved to LA, EJ, I said to myself, why aren't there shows here like this? Because being from Chicago, it was a regular thing. Right. And I'm happy to see this.
Yeah, man. And again, for those of you guys that are asking, wow, like these guys are really racking up money. And I'm like, man, if you guys only saw what we had to pay to get this going. Oh, man. For those of you guys that don't know, Rob and Jay just wanted to do a monthly show like in the Elks Lounge. And I was that dumbass kid that was like, you know what? Maybe we'll just do this national type of show. And those two guys are stupid enough to agree with me. So, man, if the show sucks, DM me. Maybe we could do a show.
I don't think you're going to have that problem, man. I don't think you're going to have that problem.
No, man. I mean, dude, those guys.
Jordan has a question here, though. Jordan says, will that be Coors Light?
Oh, man. Is water wet? Yes. Man, yes, there will. Yes, there will, Jordan. By the way, shout out to my brother Different Breed, man. He's gonna be an official dealer at the show, so I'm excited to have
very
him.
Good. I like talking to him. Yeah.
Such a great dude in the hobby. And man, truly excited to. And again, we've talked a lot about out of state, out of town. Man, no offense to those guys, but if we were to take those guys out, I really truly believe that we have the best dealers in the Southern California area.
Yeah, I believe that as well.
Yeah. So,
and it was good to see too when I saw you all took the group picture at the National, the presence of Southern California.
Oh man, that was an all-star team.
It was impressive. It was
Did
impressive.
You see that all-star team?
Yeah, that was impressive.
Man, that was like a AAU team filled with 5-star prospects. Man, it was that reminded me of some Mac Irvin fire back in the day. That Chicago love, man. So
it was nice to see because I was wondering how many people would make that trip, and it was good to see that presence.
And that wasn't even all of us. Shout out to Jake. I think he was walking around. JM Cards. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I saw him come in, I think, but I didn't see him again.
Yeah. No, but a lot of these other guys, they left a little early, but that was kind of our little big group in a way, and just a mix of great SoCal, NorCal.
My question was, how did you organize that picture?
It wasn't even me. It was I totally forgot who it was. It was some random guy. I was ready to go home.
It seemed difficult to do at a show like that.
Yeah, if you know what, I'm probably just gonna frame that picture because if you look back at that pic, it is filled with different personalities. It is filled that my favorite part of the picture is my buddy Butta, who's from the Bay Area. He's from Oakland. He's from the mean streets of Oakland. Then you have Ryan from Burbank. Literally, they're all just hugging each other out, man. It's just one of my favorite pictures. and you got Ultimate Pastimes Mark in the back. You got Mo Paper Gems that's literally doing one of these. Of course, you got the Santos father-son duel in the front. Man, you got me and Hobby House, my brother Daniel Hobby House. We did the jail pose. So, man, it was great. Of course, Sasha and Tim, two of the biggest cooks in the game, finally playing together. Reminded me of Magic and Jordan when they were in the Team US of A in 1992, that dream team where they were both going at it. And I think Prevail Tim actually beat Sasha on that one. So,
every time I'm around Tim, I learn more about him.
Oh man, the guy is he's different. He's different. Let's just say that he's different.
So we got one comment here. Wizard Sports says, it doesn't look like the Nationals ever come to the West Coast. Any thoughts if Burbank can hit a big level, another player come in and rent the LA Convention Center?
So, hey, shout out Wizard Sports, man. I hope you could make it out to Burbank. I would be lying to you if I didn't already explore the possibilities. There's already a conversation with a bigger convention center, and that Jay is already talking to, and it's pretty big. The goal would be at the LA convention, or at least the size of it. We've already talked with the Anaheim Convention Center. It looks like it's probably not a go just because they have so much going on. I believe it's a 2-year wait, and a lot of people don't understand. And not saying you don't understand, Wizard, but it's really expensive to run these shows. It's really, really expensive. Yeah. And you're talking about literally doubling or tripling your sponsorship costs. You're talking about lounging. You're talking about all that stuff. And a lot of that stuff you have to technically negotiate. And a lot of that you're getting beat out by these tech companies. You're getting beat out. I know there's Anime Expo that's every summer out at the LA Convention Center, and they sell out in they sell their tickets out in 3 minutes? San Diego Comic-Con, same thing. We're not there yet, but man, I'm on the boat that the hobby is still early. I'm on that boat, and I think that as we grow, not just the hobby, just collectibles in general. I'm talking about TCG. Man, shout out to my brother, LA Card Guy, man. He does a lot of the Star Wars stuff. It's one of those things to where I really hope to see, not just in sports, but also just in general, being able, because I did come from the art realm, and I used to collect a lot of prints and things like that. And I thought there was no better form of a print than a 2x5 by 3x5 card. And I think that
it's a piece of artwork, huh?
Yeah, a piece of artwork. I actually was waiting in line at the Zero Cool Stranger Things booth at the National, and Rob was like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Man, I love Stranger Things." And it's funny because we ended up having a meeting with some of the higher ups at Topps while I was in line, and I no apologies whatsoever, man. Stranger Things is that show. So, but yeah, the fanism in me, I could only imagine somebody who's a bigger fan. bigger Star Wars fan, bigger Stranger Things fan, and wants to collect something other than a toy or other than a pop. It's just another form of a collectible. So as long as we grow that, then we'll be okay. And yes, like what the question was, where there are crazy wait lines at San Diego and there are crazy wait lines in other areas. And I think it's no secret I'm a big toy collector, very much aware. But hopefully we could get to that point, because we're somewhat already at that point. And again, I don't wish that we're going to have people waiting at the line, but we still would have to cohere with the fire marshal in the city of Burbank as well as for our show. So again, for those of you guys that do not want to wait, make sure you guys cop those VIP passes.
And I always give advice to people I don't know. Whenever I go to a show, I like to be at the show early.
Yep.
I like to be at the show early. I like to be inside. I like to be moving around. That's just my advice to people. I know some people come to the show. I'm talking about big shows. Some people come to shows at 4:00 and start walking in. If you have something to do in your day, I can respect that. But if you're thinking about the show and how you want to navigate around, being early sometimes is always positive.
Right. And for those of you guys that are coming, you're going to see dealers that you've never seen, especially for those of you guys that's never been to Dallas or National. You're going to see some dealers that you've seen on YouTube. You're going to see some dealers that you may have looked up to. Don't change your game. Be able to hold your ground, know what your card is worth. Now, of course, don't highball and think just because these guys are millionaires or high rollers, they're going to buy your cards at 180%. Be fair, but also hold your ground, know what you want, buy what you like. Like my brother Flipstar says, I don't know who he got it from, but Flipstar says it all the time. Be able to be vigilant, be able to understand that there may be a possibility that if you do pass on that card's going to be gone. But overall, just have a great time. Have a great freaking time. We've built this for literally just a little under a year, and we're just truly excited to provide this for you guys.
Wait till as soon as the show is over, or when you get to Sunday morning and people start DMing you and asking you, when is the next one?
Man, a little bit of a bomb alert. We're actually negotiating into the next venue, and it may not be for the second one, but it's definitely going to be for the third one. And we are looking. We're already in talks to bring in a core partner involved that may tie in another situation. So we that was a national meeting right there. That wasn't a phone call. That wasn't a, hey man, come by my house. Nope. This was a pretty closed meeting with myself, Rob, and the other parties that be. And we're really, really excited. Hopefully we'll work with them and we'll figure out a scenario. But again, we're just very blessed to work with the guys right now. Shout out eBay, Fujitsu, Zion Cases. Zion Cases is going to be there. They're coming from great lengths to provide the dealer cases as well as providing, and they will have things on sale, including their cases. And I believe Clint and the guys are going to give away a few of those Zion cases as a giveaway at the show.
Very cool.
Yeah, so we'll
the Zion cases are nice. I mean, I've looked at several. They are excellent as far as ergonomically, how you're moving around, how you're holding something, what the handle's like. They get down to the details.
Right, exactly. And man, they're just great people. I met Clint at the Vegas card show. Shout out Dakota last year, and we were dealer mates, and man, we just had some great conversations, and man, had no idea it would turn into a relationship that ultimately got him to become not only as a case provider, but also as a contingency sponsor of the Burbank Card Show. So I'm really, really happy for them because they're coming from Illinois, I believe. So, oh man, that drive is tough. But
that drive is tough. I've done that drive twice. That drive is real.
Yeah, man. I mean, I got to drive from Vegas to SoCal here and there, and people think I'm going from here to New York, and I'm just.
But the repetition, EJ, you got to respect that. How much you're in LA and back to Vegas.
Oh
I
man,
respect that, man. I spent a lot of time on the road.
Oh man, it's tough, man. It's tough. We actually got to get some new tires on the good old Honda.
Yeah, I think you posted a picture. You had a blowout.
Man, that wasn't me. I think that might have been my wife. I was at the National at the time. I'm gonna just throw it all on her on that
Okay.
one.
All right.
It's probably all on me, man. So it's on me. So yeah, we're getting them changed up. And man, I'm excited to get back. I will be back in SoCal all month starting next week. So leading up to the Burbank Card Show. So for those of you guys that need me, let me know. Man, I'll be at Burbank Sports Cards. I think I'll be there once or twice a week leading up to the show. So for those of you guys that are going to see me out there, make sure you guys say hi.
And then you also come in town and spend time sometimes at trade night on Wednesdays at average shows, right?
Yes, exactly. And it's a can't miss event, especially if you're in town. Every Wednesday, we're excited to provide that trade night experience for you guys. And man, if you like clean floors, Average Joe's.
Yeah, very clean environment, and you're going to see great cards on tables. Like, don't think you're going to a trade night. And I don't know.
No, it's a quantity versus quality thing. And again, I honestly started it because there was a need for a platform that provided a space for those of us that may not be, we may not be at a point where we just want to be there. We want to make some deals. We want to build that transactional experience, and it's an extension of the Dynasty Mode brand as well as the brand of Average Joe's, which has been on a tear this whole year, man. Shout out to everybody, the whole family, my original LCS, man. So I called them the home team. And those of you guys that just want to hang out, man, hang out at Average Joe's. It's always a good time with the boys. Man, they always got some good stuff, and every Wednesday it's always gonna be a good time. The Boosteds of the world, the Prevails of the world, man, they're always there, man. And big shout out to them for heading it up when I'm gone.
Yeah, they do it. They do a great job there. EJ, it's been great having you on, man. I want to give you some time, talk about the Burbank show, let people know more about. Oh yeah, anytime. I mean, we can get on again and talk about it before it even occurs.
You know what?
Oh, good. Whatever, however we can help.
After
a great show.
After this week, we'll have a different. I'd like to say we'll have some locked in concrete contracts signed and agreed.
Yeah. We can come back and talk about the stuff that we can't talk about right now.
Yeah, we can't talk about right now, but I'm gonna do. I'm gonna finish it off and do what Bret Hart did when during the Montreal screw job, and I'll just paint it right. Here, hold on. Let me redo it. The Montreal screw job, and I'll just paint, and we'll just figure it out from there.
All right.
You guys could rewind and figure it out from there. As you can see by my gray hairs, it's a pretty tough competition. So,
well, brother, I appreciate everything that you do, man. And I know this has been a great endeavor to take on, from Burbank to Rob, Ryan, Jay, everybody that's involved. And the community appreciates it, man.
Oh, man. Thank you guys so much. And again, I started at Jimmy's USA, man, just doing some dollar cards in late 2019. I actually started in toys in early 2016, 17. And for those of you guys that are watching that may think I'm on, that may want to put me on a pedestal, and don't do that, man, because I was just like everybody else. I didn't have any sort of favors that I cashed out. I started from the bottom. Shout out to my guy Drake. But yeah, dude, guys, keep hustling, keep doing your thing. And if you guys do see me, make sure you guys say what's up. Make sure you guys say what's up, and hope you could have a good time at the Burbank Card Show.
Hey, I'll tell you this. I went into Jimmy's 2 weeks ago, right before the National.
Okay.
And several people told me, EJ used to come here all the time, and he was sort of like right over there on those tables, and he was breaking cards and then selling right here, and people telling me the story, man.
Yeah, man, that story never changes. So.
And I was telling people that if I grew up here instead of Chicago, I'd have been right in there too.
Oh yeah. I
can see that place is. My son Junior went in there and loved it.
Yeah,
and Jimmy was talking to him, and Jimmy is so personable. Yeah. He brings out bats from different players, and he's letting Junior hold them, and we're taking pictures. And then him and I started talking about, which was really cool, when he was running autograph shows in the 90s. Is when I came as a collector in Chicago, going to shows, getting autographs. So then we started swapping stories from him organizing the function to me coming in as a customer, and what was that like? And we were telling the same stories.
Yeah. Yeah, no, man. Jimmy's incredible. It took him a full year and a half to get my name. I went from AJ, BJ, CJ, DJ, and then he jumped to JJ and then KJ. Totally skipped EJ, and we finally got him back to EJ. So man,
That's how you know he has love for you, man.
yeah, man. You know, it's not a good Jimmy's USA trip until you get a good 2-3 stories per visit,
Right.
man. So, man, shout out to everybody at Jimmy's. And by the way, guys, man, go to these shows that not everybody goes to, because you'll find some of the craziest stuff, man. And it's my favorite part of the hobby, is being able to go to these small shops or these out of town shops that no one really knows about. You'll find some of the craziest stuff.
Yes, sir. Well, EJ, thank you for your time, brother.
Oh, no problem, guys. Hey, guys, make sure you guys check us out, BurbankCardShow.com, at Burbank Card Show. Check me out, Dynasty.mode. And I'm always rolling with my brother FD, man. It's never going to change. Thanks, brother.
Thank you, brother. August 26th through the 28th.
Yes, sir. VIPs, August 25th. So
oh,
I'm
yeah,
excited.
with Thursday involved.
I'm excited, but for those of you guys that cannot miss work, August 26th to the 28th, if you got some little ones, 12 and under, they are free, as well as are able to participate in the kids trade day, as well as the hobby hunt. And no, Sean, you are not 12 and under.
That'll be a big 12 and under, Sean.
Big 12 and under, man.
Brother, I appreciate you, man. This is going to be great. People come out, support. You're going to have an amazing time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, you guys take care, all right?
All right, brother. Thank you.
Take care. Bye.